Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. My name of course is Stu and welcome to another vlog. Well, as you can see from the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about a few minor issues that I've been having with this vehicle, and also I'm going to run through the running costs. Now, before we start talking about the running costs of this vehicle, I want to tell you a little bit about some of the issues I've been having. Now, they really are only minor issues and they can be fixed quite easily. Now, there's three issues that I've been having. One of them actually doesn't need fixing. It is an issue that is going to continuously be with this vehicle, with these vehicles, this type of vehicle, and it's when it gets cold. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a little while. Well, the first issue is I've been having a problem with the puddle lamp. Now, a lot of people are telling me they are having problems with their puddle lamps, and this vehicle here was registered in September 2016. I knew I was going to eventually have a problem with the puddle lamp, and yes, it has happened to me as well, and it can be easily fixed. This vehicle is still under warranty and I can just take it back to the dealership and they will fix it. I'm not sure if it will be a repeat issue though. I've not heard of someone saying that they've had the puddle lamp go again, but the puddle lamp is underneath the wing mirrors. There's one each side, and just under there you can probably see there is a tiny little lens and a little LED, and it projects a picture of a pony at night time on the floor, and that welcomes you back to the vehicle. Now, I've heard people say that they've had problems where it looks like the head's been cut off the pony. Now, the problem I have, the passenger side, the one on the left hand side looks absolutely fine. The one on the driver's side looks like it's got a star field above the pony. Now, the effect looks really good and I do like it, but the thing is, it's not right, and when you come to sell the vehicle you want it right. So it's under warranty and I'll get that changed soon. Now, the second issue I'm having is only recently started happening, and we need to go inside the vehicle for this one. So what's happened is I've gone to start the vehicle up, and this is only 6 months old. It's literally only done 2,700 miles, so I don't go very far in it at all. And I'm getting a message on the screen here, and I will show you exactly what I mean. So if we close the door, you can see that I've only done 2,700 miles. Now, if I press the start button here, just check it's out of gear, press the start button, you're going to see a message come up on the screen. And there it is, change engine oil soon. So 2,739 miles, and it clearly says change the engine oil soon. So yes, I'm not sure why that's coming up, whether that's an error or whether it's my driving style. It's only a minor issue, and obviously it's probably my driving style. So I need to find out whether that is actually me or whether that is just an error coming up on the vehicle. But 2,700 miles, yeah, it doesn't seem to be a lot for an engine oil change. Now, the third problem I've been having, we've come round to the door, and that's because anyone that has a sports car or a convertible vehicle will know that when it gets very cold and there's a lot of moisture about, the windows get stuck. Now, this type of vehicle doesn't have a frame above the window, as you can see, but if you get moisture in here, it freezes when it's cold, and also the window, because there's no frame, it has to go right up into the vehicle here. It goes up into the sill, and then when it gets cold it gets stuck inside there. Now, I really had the problem with the Porsche Cayman. The window wouldn't drop down and the lights kept flashing, the battery would go flat, the alarm was sounding at 4 AM in the morning, waking up my neighbours, and eventually the central locking would keep going once I did get inside the vehicle, and it even dislodged the window slightly. It was a funny shape, but I couldn't open the window, I couldn't open the door to get out again. I'd have to lower the window, open the door, and then put the window back up, and then close it, and then lock it. So it was a problem, and it is a bit of a problem on these, but I find that it does actually open. I always carry a can of de-icer around with me if I know it's going to be really cold. But recently I went to Colchester, I posted a video, 240-mile trip in a Mustang GT, and you saw that it was minus 6 degrees when I come out of the hotel. Now, I didn't put all the footage in there, but I did actually record me trying to get into the vehicle, and you can see the problems that you have to spray all the seals to be able to get in there. Well, I'm not sure if I've mentioned before, but my biggest bugbear with a vehicle like this is that when it's icy like this, the window freezes to this rubber here, and the window has to drop down and come out of this seal here for the door to be opened. And it doesn't have a door frame, you see, it doesn't have a frame above the window, so the window has to actually drop down as you pull the handle, and then the actual door will open. Well, when it's frozen like this, they don't want to drop, and it sort of tends to bend the window out of the door, and then you get all kinds of problems. I had it on the Porsche and it started to twist the window, so the window started to come out of its mechanism and go sideways, and that is the biggest problem. That's why I wanted remote start, and I didn't realise they didn't have remote start. So I've got to try and get the window unfrozen off of this frame here, and then eventually the window will drop and the door will open. Yeah, funny. Now if you've had this problem, please comment below and let me know what you do to get around it. Now a lot of people are telling me that they put something like Vaseline on the top here so to stop the moisture building up, but other people are saying they get smeary windows when they do that. So let me know, what do you do to stop that problem happening? So it is only a minor issue, and it comes with owning one of these types of vehicles. Now we've spoken a little bit about some issues with this vehicle. Let's talk about the running costs. How much is it going to cost you to run this vehicle for a year if you're considering buying one? Well, the insurance. I recently told you that I didn't know exactly how much the insurance was going to be because I transferred the insurance from the Porsche. I had a little bit of time to run on it, and I thought it would be around £320 a year for this vehicle. Now I'm 47 years old, I've got full no claims, and I've got no points on my license. Now it's going to depend a lot on what country you live in, what region you live in. It's going to depend on how many miles you do, anything like whether you got it parked on a garage, whether it's at work, what time of day, where it is. There's so many things that are going to come into effect, and whether you've got any convictions at all is going to play a major part. Now for me, this vehicle costs £345 a year to insure, and I think that's really good. So it's only about 20 to £25 more than I thought it would cost me, but that's not too bad because insurances have risen. Now someone did tell me of the insurance company that in the comments of another video of the insurance company they went to, and they got it cheaper. So I went to that insurance company and they actually quoted me £520. I've tried several other insurance companies as well, so I'm not sure why mine still worked out the cheapest. It's probably because I've been with them many years and I'm getting a loyalty bonus. I don't know why, but for this vehicle, for me, it's £345 a year. Now for this one, we've come round to the fuel cap. Yes, that's right, this is going to be the biggest running cost for a year, well for me anyway. So how much fuel do I put into this vehicle? Now I visit a lot of petrol stations, as you can imagine, but actually this isn't as bad to fill up as what I first thought. A lot of people are telling me it's not as bad as some of the big 4x4s. It was a bit of a shock to me because obviously I've come from the Porsche Cayman, and then I've come up to a 5-litre vehicle. So yeah, I was already visiting a lot of petrol stations in the Porsche, but then all of a sudden to go to this vehicle, now yeah, okay, I knew it was going to happen. I wouldn't have gone for a 5-litre vehicle otherwise, and fuel is rising, and I knew it was going to rise as well. But it depends on the cost of your fuel, it depends on your driving style. Whether your tyres are deflated at all. There's so many things to consider, but I'm currently getting 18.9 miles to the gallon, so almost 19 miles to the gallon, so that's not bad at all if you think about it. I'm not sure how much the fuel is at the moment. It was 118 a litre, it was going up to 121. I need to get to the petrol station soon, so I'm obviously going to find out. But how much fuel am I putting into this vehicle a year? Well, I'm actually putting in £2,160 on average a year. That equates to £180 a month, an average of £45 a week. That's not too bad. Now I don't drive too fast, so that might sound quite a bit, but it depends on your driving style, and obviously I like to hear that exhaust. So when I pull away, sometimes I'm revving the vehicle more than I probably should be, but it depends on how you drive. So it's currently costing me £2,160 a year at 19 miles a gallon. Now for the next running cost, I've come around to the front of the vehicle. Here in the UK we used to have a big tax disc right here, big paper circular tax disc. Now the whole system's gone digital, so we don't have it anymore, and it's a lot easier to do. You can just pay it online and you get a reminder every 6 to 12 months if you want. So how much does it cost me to road tax it? Well, I paid £505 when I purchased the vehicle to tax it for the whole year. I do believe that it's going up to £515 this year, and there's also going to be a lot of changes here in the UK. So I think it's mainly for diesel vehicles, but I think there's also some changes coming up for petrol vehicles as well. So comment below, let me know your thoughts on how much the road tax is, and if you've watched some of my videos, especially the one 10 things I hate about my Mustang, you know that I really hate the cost of the road tax on this vehicle, and I got roasted in the comments section, so go and watch that video if you haven't already and read the comments and you'll see why. But yes, it's £505 for me to tax this vehicle at the moment. For the next running cost, we've come round to the front of the vehicle again, and right, that isn't because we've got another engine or we've got a CEL check engine light come up, or we haven't got a message or anything come up, but that's to do with servicing. So how much does it cost to service a vehicle like this? Now obviously I haven't had it serviced yet, I've only had it for 6 months, but I do know how much it's going to cost because the dealership sent me a letter. They said you can either pay in monthly instalments, something like £23 a month, or you can pay in full when you get there, and that's what I want to do. I want to go and get it serviced, book it in when it's due to be serviced, and pay the full amount. And I think it's only £280, so I think that's pretty good for a full service on a 5-litre V8 muscle car. £280 for the year. So far we've covered fuel, we've covered insurance, we've covered the road tax and the servicing. What about the MOTs? Well, if you own a new vehicle like this, you don't have to have it MOT'd for the first 3 years, so this isn't due yet for an MOT, so that cost is going to be £0 currently on this vehicle. So earlier I told you that I've got to have the engine oil changed. Now how much is that going to cost me? Well, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Is it going to be a couple of £100, £250? I don't know yet. I will let you know in a future video, but if I've got to do that every 6 months, yeah, that could be something like £500. A lot of you are going to say to me, do it yourself and it will work out cheaper. Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to take it to the dealer. First off, I'm going to find out whether that was just a problem, but I'm guessing the engine oil does need changing already, so I'll let you know in a future video how much that cost. So if we add up all those costs all together, it costs me a grand total of £3,300 to keep this vehicle on the road for a year, and I think that's pretty good going. I'm very happy with that, but let me know what you think. Do you think that's a bit over the top? Do you actually own a Mustang GT and you can keep your costs down a lot more? Do you get your insurance cheaper? Are you spending a lot less on fuel? So that's not including the MOT, because obviously I don't need an MOT yet, and that's obviously not including the cost of the oil after 2,700 miles, because we don't know how much that's going to cost yet. But £3,300, I think that is pretty good. So comment below and let me know what you think. Now before we go, several of you have probably noticed that this vehicle is absolutely filthy, and if you have a look here close up, you'll see it is absolutely covered in dirt, and the wheels are absolutely filthy as well, as you can see. Yes, I do apologise for that, but there is a reason behind it, and a lot of people have noticed that as well, and they've commented and said to me, yes, your vehicle's really dirty, it's disgusting, why on earth don't you clean it? Now there is a really good reason. Soon I've got a video coming up where I clean the wheels, and afterwards I want to clean the vehicle again as well. You've already seen me snow foam the vehicle in a previous video, and I'll be snow foaming the vehicle again, but the video is mainly going to be about cleaning the wheels. So yeah, that will be coming up soon, so check back to the channel and you'll see that video coming up shortly. Well, it's that time again. We've got to end the vlog right here, but I hope I've been able to help you out with a little bit with the running costs of this vehicle. But until next time, remember, thank you so much for the support that you've all been giving me. Comment below and let me know what you think about the running costs of this vehicle, and please give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button up there somewhere. But until next time, remember, smile, be happy, you are all awesome, and I'll see you all in the very next vlog. Until then, goodbye.